Hey, everybody. This is Nevin Gusak, your host, Populist Patriot. I am back. And I'm just going through my Facebook page, some news I'm catching up, not my personal Facebook page, my political Facebook page. It's called NatPop, NATPOP. Get my water there. And there was an article, it just infuriated me. In Newsweek, dated May 11th, 2022, Billionaire CEO says hire grateful Ukrainians instead of lazy Americans. This CEO's name is billionaire investor Bill Ackman, and he's advocated that American companies hire the grateful Ukrainians over Americans who allegedly do not work as hard. And he's the CEO of Pershing Square Capital Management. Oh, fuckity do. Another predatory finance globalist. Wow. Just wonderful. And he said at a dinner with a number of startup CEOs who had complained about the work ethic of young American engineers. So work ethic that is code speak for these startup CEOs want the engineers to work for the least amount of money with the least amount of work-life balance. That's what the code word means, okay? When you see the greedy element of the CEO and investor class talk about that, they mean engineers who want a decent family supporting salary with benefits so they can raise a family and have a proper work-life balance. That's what that means. That's what code speak means. And again, when these people say, oh, we love immigrants and we don't like xenophobia, that's bullshit. They don't care about the lives of immigrants. Immigrants are just garbage to them to underpay and exploit, which is wrong. And that's why on this show, Herschel and I advocate not for shitting all over the individual immigrants who often don't have power and they want to better their lives for themselves and their families. Instead, we need to take a tight fist to those CEOs that say, oh, we want to hire these grateful, meaning Ukrainians who work for pennies for the dollar. That's what that code speak means. So what I say to Bill Ackman and those startup CEOs complaining and grousing and bitching about supposedly lazy American, fuck you. Fuck you, Bill Ackman. Okay? I know it's a professional show. I don't like cursing, but I'm sorry. I get emotional about this shit. Okay? And meanwhile, American people are like divided and we're fighting against women versus men, black versus white, and against Hispanics and gay. We're hating the gays and everything. It's the people like Bill Ackman that we need to be united as a national, in a sense of national solidarity, to attack the Bill Ackmans of the world. And besides, he's also giving the Ukrainian cause a bad taste about freedom-loving Ukrainians. So then when the Ukrainians are brought over here and taking the jobs of American workers and American professionals, that's going to make the Ukrainians look like shit. And that's even worse. So Bill Ackman and company, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay? So what else can we read? Tonight, I had dinner with 15 startup CEOs who bemoan the lack of work ethic of young U.S. engineers, meaning young U.S. engineers who don't want to get paid a pittance of a wage, particularly compared with those from emerging countries. Idea: recruit engineers from Ukraine. They are extremely talented, hardworking, and grateful, and you will be doing good. Meaning, underpay them. And if they complain about their working conditions, these hardworking Ukrainians they are hardworking Slavic peoples. I've met them. The ones that I've met, very hardworking, like other immigrants that I've had the privilege of meeting. And So grateful meaning they basically says, you complain about your, Bill Ackman say, you complain about your working conditions, we're going to have your work visas revoked, and we're going to have your asses sent back to Ukraine. That's what that means, grateful. Meaning they can't complain because the employers have the sword of fucking Damocles over their heads. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Populist civic nationalists like me, this stuff is going to be outlawed. This kind of behavior amongst our economic elites will not be tolerated. This will be outlawed. Because let me tell you something, we have no problem with immigration. We have no problem with other cultures coexisting, melting pot, and all the rest of it. Fine. I grew up with the idea of appreciating the melting pot. It's all cool with me. But we eventually have to fuse together as one people. Might be many different jelly beans in the jar, but we're still in the same jar. And the jar, comparing, the analogy is the United States of America. Many people, different colors, still being loyal to the United States of America because this is our home. And we're going to make our home here, and we're going to raise our families here. And we're not going to have people like Bill Ackman continue to ruin the United States because of their short-sighted greed, masqueraded as, oh, grateful Ukrainians. Oh, meaning they don't complain. And you will do well, meaning, oh, you'll get fabulously rich from exploiting Ukrainians. That's what he said in that post. He said, you will do well, meaning to these 15 tech startup CEOs. You will do well, meaning you pay shit wages to your Ukrainians or pay them less than American workers, and you're going to get filthy rich. These American workers, they went to school to get an engineering degree, to work their passion, to contribute your innovations, and yet you tell American workers, fuck you, fuck your investments, fuck your student debt. That's what Bill Ackman is saying to Americans. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't get angry at those Ukrainians who may come because of Bill Ackman and those sellout tech startup CEOs. No, don't do that. Get angry at Bill Ackman. Get angry at the people with power. Once you get united as a people against those with economic and political power, then you can move mountains. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have to do. As a populist and civic nationalists, we got to keep our eyes on the prize. And Bill Ackman, fuck you, 15 tech CEOs. Ladies and gentlemen, I get really pissed about this stuff. So we care deeply about this country, and that's why I get kind of emotional. Let me know what you think. I got 570 viewers. Might lose a few viewers over this video. Probably some free market conservatives and libertarians might get angry at me, but I am who I am. It's how it is. One of the things about divorce some years ago that I experienced, I regained self-confidence. I am who I am. It's the end of the day. It's a real deal Holyfield right here. I'm not going to lie to you about my positions. You're more than welcome to contribute your comments. If you disagree with me without being disagreeable, cool. Doesn't matter. Some guy wrote to me about alleging me that I didn't understand Milton Friedman, and I wrote back, and it was a good interchange. It wasn't rude between the gentleman, the YouTube commentator, when I was talking about the oil and the baby food prices rising and shortages. It was fine. I don't care. Yeah, and continue to listen. Maybe you'll change your mind, perhaps. Maybe, hopefully, some of these videos will help you rethink libertarian or so-called conservative economic policy. So, anyways, I'm going to do one more live stream, and that is going to be it. I think we're going to be talking about some Elon Musk and communist China. So that'll be my last stream, and then I'm going to make my phone call to my girlfriend. I am so looking forward to it. I miss her so much. I probably shouldn't be talking too much about my personal life here, but it makes me more human after all. So what could I say? Miss her a lot. Had an amazing day yesterday. Wish I could have 1,000 of them. So Yvette, if you're listening, yeah, I'm talking about you. So, and I know you subscribe to my channel. So thank you for doing that.